Hello, everybody, and welcome to this webinar, Implementing Whistleblowing Arrangements, a Guide for SRA Regulated Practices. So first of all, who am I in front of you today? Well, my name is Rebecca Atkinson. Everybody knows me as Bex, and I am a former General Counsel, Compliance Officer for Legal Practice, Money Laundering Compliance Officer, and Data Protection Officer. I'm also a solicitor, a New York attorney, and a barrister to boot as well. And I run my own practice, MacArthur Atkinson Limited, and there's my email address on the screen there as well. So you can catch me at that email address if you want to ask me any questions about this training or any other training of mine that you've seen. So what are we going to cover today in this webinar? So the first thing that we're going to talk about is whistleblowing legislation and how it impacts your firm. Then we'll be talking about the SRA's reporting obligations, the SRA enforcement strategy, and also we will touch upon the wellbeing rule. We're all still calling that the new wellbeing rule, but it has been in place since May 2023, so it's been in place for a while now, and we're going to talk about that. Then we will talk about steps you might want to take to ensure compliance, to include steps that might be taken to promote the right culture in your firm, plus some policy and training ideas. And we will then talk about resources to help you. And just to say that this webinar is around about an hour long, it might be a little bit less than that, and there is also a handout to accompany this training as well, this webinar, which I will refer to as we go along. But don't worry if you don't have it in front of you, it's more for you to take away and to utilise in your firm. So first things first then, whistleblowing legislation. Let's have a look at that from an overview perspective. So whistleblowing framework is found in the Public Interest Disclosure Act 1998. So it's been around for quite a long time now. And we're just going to shorten that to PIDA. And what PIDA does is it protects workers who make disclosures in the public interest, which this is a protected disclosure, and provides rights to that person not to suffer detriment or to be dismissed because of that protected disclosure that they have made. PIDA is enshrined in Part IVA of the Employment Rights Act 1996, again a piece of legislation that we've had for a very long time now. And those of you who are listening who might be employment lawyers will know it very well. And PIDA also covers employees such as workers, contractors, trainees, agency staff and home workers, as well as members of limited liability partnerships, LLPs. But it's not clear on the current legislation whether partners in a traditional partnership or non-executive directors, for example, are protected by PIDA for making a protected disclosure and not to suffer detriment because of it.